with Jenna. 11 with Jenna. 11 with Jenna in San Francisco. That's right, I'm in San Francisco. That's right, I'm in bed. I'm in a bed and there's a bathtub and it's awesome and it's a beautiful day and I'm gonna get up pretty soon and go to the farmer's market. I'm gonna go to yoga first though, but not yet. Not yet, because I thought, why get out of this luxurious bed when I can stay in it? And yoga doesn't start for another hour and a half. So I can be luxurious and go to yoga and go to the farmer's market. And then I get to meet my friend. I get to meet my friend, Naomi True. Naomi True, that's right. She will be in remember the woman that had the iguanas? That's Naomi. Hello, Mark. Hello, Mark. It is Saturday morning. My name is Jenna. This is 11 with Jenna. I'm here 7 days, 7 nights, 14 times a week. Hey, Charged Particles. Hey, Charged Particles. Where are you playing today? Are you playing today? When are you playing next? Gosh, I love you guys. I wish I could sing with Charged Particles. I would love, love, love to perform. Not even perform, just sing. Like, make a recording. Do some tunes. Yes, yes, yes. Wow. Anyway, last night, total surprise, total mind bender. Saw some of my dearest. I saw Marshall. Really? Wait, let me do it like they do on that show. Really? Really? Midnight Diner. If you have not seen Midnight Diner and you have Netflix, you must watch. You're in Glendale today. Where in Glendale? Where in Glendale? Tell us. Everyone, the two of you that are watching right now, Charged Particles. Well, the cool thing about this show, and you are more than welcome to be my guest. Let's pick a day and you can come on and we can talk about when your next gig is. I do this every day. 11:11. Bye, everybody. Really? 11:11 a.m. and 11:11 p.m. Eastern time. So that's why right now it's 8:11-ish. It's, I'm not tired, but I'm kind of tired. So Glendale Community College Orchestra concert. Whoa, you're playing with the orchestra. I love that. I love playing with orchestras. So much fun. In fact, when I saw you at, I saw you in Lakeport. I then performed with that Lakeport Community Orchestra, I think the next summer. Thank you, Dizzies. Dizzies. Here's the cool thing. I think it's going to happen again next year, but I think it's going to happen again. I know. So yes, thank you very much for the congrats. And if anyone is near Glendale today, what time does the show start? Good morning, Melanie Demore. Melanie Demore. So yeah, I think it's going to happen again. And I think some other stuff's going to happen, but I don't know yet. Yeah. So Charged Particles. Yes, please. But please, come be my guest. Hang out on the show. But I do it every day. 11:11 a.m., 11:11 p.m. Eastern time, and 8:11 here and in between. And if you're on Maui and if you're in Europe, and ladies and gentlemen. Oh, okay. Cool. So is it a community orchestra or is it a union orchestra? Because I've performed with both. And the interesting thing about community is you rehearse the song and they go, do you want to do that again? Like 2 or 3 more times? I'm like, please, yes. Union, you get one shot to be perfect. You get one time, one pass on each song. And if you go, can we do that one more time? They go, no. Well, maybe at the end if we have time. Jacob Arnold, hello. Ladies and gentlemen, I was in LA this week and I had every intention and was invited. I was invited by Jeff and Lisa Metzger to go hang out with them in Orange County. But I have, oh, by the way, as far as the orchestra goes, I have 15 pieces that I've had orchestrated. So I have a whole thing. I have a whole evening of songs, tunes. Hi. Hi. So anyway, Jeff Metzger and Lisa and Layla invited me to their home, and I had every intention. We had the plan, I had the flight, and I didn't get to do it. Hi, Mama Grace. But it'll happen, and right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen. I look really funny when I go Julie Loose in Dinky Creek. Jeff Metzger. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Getting good grades, you know.
Where are you?
I am in San Francisco at a place called The Battery.
What's that?
It's a really cool, magical experience. If you Google The Battery SF, you'll see what it is. But it's a venue. It's a venue, it's a restaurant, it's a hotel. It's kind of cool. And it's close to the Embarcadero. And so I'll get to walk down to the farmer's market and then walk back onto BART and get over to the East Bay in a timely fashion.
Cool.
And I'm in this lovely room. It's kind of big because it has really high ceilings. But I see that hat you have on.
I was going to say, I guess it's pretty apropos.
Totally. Yeah, because there's San Francisco over here. Hold on. San Francisco out the window. Kind of great. Are they playing today?
The Giants are playing. They're in Florida.
Oh, what's going on here? Oh,
Giants are in Florida. The Warriors. I'm still licking my wounds.
it's just
at home.
you know. Hi,
Would you
Michael
sprinkle?
Wolf. Michael Wolf is here right now, ladies and
Would you
gentlemen.
sprinkle
Michael
some?
Wolf. On that note, check out his book on Amazon. Go see him play at Lincoln Center. Like
Sprinkle some good mojo before you leave the city.
What are we looking at here?
Okay. Take a look at that.
Is that? Are you building something? What's going on?
No.
Is that the venue?
No.
I can't enlarge it, and I'm on my phone.
Can I enlarge it? Can I? I don't think I can. I can just go closer.
Is this the gig we're going to?
Nope.
I kind of thought you were going to be in LA. Next time, Mike, if you're in town, I would love for you to come play with us. We had a blast. Mike Clark was there, John Isley, Rolf Sturm, Jenna Mammina, and a plethora of players, cool, fun people. What are we looking at? This is event. This is
that
rat. Is this wolf?
Is
dog?
a drawing,
Wolf dog.
a map
Wolf dog.
of the location at Power Studio in New York, the location of each member of the E Street Band during the recording of the song Born in the USA.
No. Okay, tell this again. What?
And you can see, I'll tell the story, you can see over here.
That's super cool. Guitar
There's
amps. Okay.
So you can see, it says I'm getting closer, it says, what is it, live room?
Yes.
Okay, to the left, that's the drum set, that's Max. Up the top, Gary. Let's see what else I can see. Anyway, and over into the right corner, it says room, and to the right, you can just see the initials BS for Bruce Springsteen. And then over outside the room, with that swinging door to the left, you can see Clarence. Clarence was playing the tambourine. He wasn't playing the sax on this song. And then you can see the piano. Anyway, That's the map.
That's super cool.
Yeah, wait a minute. And here's the room. That's the Power Studio room where it was done.
I've been there.
And this is Toby Scott, his sound engineer.
Wow.
And Toby Scott and Jeff, his
Jeff
sound engineer.
Metzger and Toby Scott. That is so awesome. Where's this?
So I went to NAMM yesterday. You know, everybody know what NAMM is?
Tell people what NAMM is.
What is it? The big convention. What does it stand for? NAMM stands for National something. It's the huge music industry convention in Anaheim, usually every January. Let me get back to here.
Yeah, it's always in January. All of a
And this is
sudden
the first
like,
the
can't
first one
wait
that
to
has
go to NAMM tomorrow. I'm like, dude, it's the summertime.
Yeah, this is the first one since the pandemic, so they couldn't do it in January. So they did it in June. Next year it'll be in April, and then the following year back to January. In any event, it's an incomprehensible size.
That's where I met Rosemary Butler there years ago, and I cried when I met her.
So I have somehow been able to manage to get a badge to NAMM each year. And yesterday,
had I known that was happening, I would have, seriously, had I known NAMM was happening, because I was in a whole other trip in my life, I probably would have stayed and gone to NAMM, because I was there.
Anyway, so I went, yeah, it's true. Anyway, this is what I went and saw yesterday.
Wow.
It was a presentation on the recording of Born in the USA. And what the hell did I just do here? And
so did he play parts like, and then when Bruce did this, and he'd bring it up and talk about it?
Well, funny you should ask.
I know these.
Funny you should ask. Let's see if I can find the right one. Because he played the multi-tracks.
I wonder if Rick Beato was there.
Let's see which one it is. Let's see if this one is.
Oh, so you have the whole presentation?
There's just his vocals. I don't want to get thrown off of this thing, so he would isolate each track, and he would play us the drums, and he would play. He actually started with the demo. Bruce did the demo on the 4 cassette.
Oh, the original demo with just Bruce playing, kind of thing.
Well, that was on the cassette, because he wrote that song when he was doing Nebraska, all the Nebraska stuff, and they did Nebraska, and they put this one away until the next project, and it didn't start out that way. If you hear it's here somewhere. Let's see if I can find the demo.
So if you guys are into this type of thing, there's a guy by the name of Rick Beato, and he takes albums and breaks them down. He'll take a song, like he'll take Asia and break the song down just like this. But Jeff is, and it's on YouTube, but Jeff is there and watched. Very cool, Jeff.
Yeah, so where's I thought I got the original.
Wait until you do this for one of my songs.
Okay, yeah, you got to give me the tracks.
Cookie and I will break it down, dude.
Wasn't I thought I had done the anyway. So he played the original.
A bigger fan.
Told lots of stories about.
How cool.
He said, for example, he told all kinds of stories. He said, let's see, what was the one about the tambourine in streets of Philadelphia? How?
So does he do YouTube? Is this something he does?
I think he said he has given this presentation like 6 different times. That's it.
So it's got to be online.
Well, now, so he told one story. This was take 9. Take 9 is the one with the ending of take 10, which was the song that was actually recorded and released.
That's the take that they used.
That's take they used. And I guess they've copyrighted that because for some presentation he gave one time, he played takes 2, 3, and 4. So because as he was trying to describe to people the evolution of the song, how the different takes, because I guess it was not the crescendo anthem-ish at the beginning. It was really it evolved into that to that song. So he played he said he put that in, and somebody put it on the internet, and the authorities, it was down the next day. It was literally, they
Sure.
right
So
in
someone recorded him playing that at a venue.
yeah.
Wow. Wow.
He would tell stories about the various ways in which, well, other things. He just, I mean, anecdotally, he said, for example, they were asking about his role in all this, because he was with them for 18 albums, from starting with Darkness on the Edge of Town and until 2018. And one story he told about Streets of Philadelphia, because they were asking him, what was your input into the process? And he said was, look, I laid back until everybody had said whatever they said, everything was left. And if I had a point on my mind, I would raise it after it was all done and say, what about this? Or can we try this? So they had recorded a tambourine in Streets of Philadelphia, and Bruce said, I think that should come out. I don't like that. And Toby says, well, I told him, I said, Bruce, I think it should be in, but in a different place. So he moved the tambourine into wherever it is now in the recording. So the next day, I think he said, are we good to go with the song? And Bruce said, you get the tambourine out. He said, Bruce, I moved the tambourine and you've been hearing it all day. Okay, fine. That one stays in.
I've had those. How fun for you.
It was very much fun. So then he went outside. So afterwards, he just stuck out in the hallway. Anybody want to talk to him? So,
Let's see the photo again.
But he made one comment about because one of the big issues that we chat about in Bruce fandom is how much recorded but unreleased material does he have?
I'm sure.
And
full.
During his talk, he said, I went through one time and did the archive. There is 8,000 reels.
I bet.
So I went up to him afterwards, because I'm trying to get that into a whatever. How many songs
amongst the reels?
songs is that? So even though he is a real engineer type, I mean, he has that engineer mentality. I mean, the way he talks, he is spouting off every time he talked. He would give the model number and the part number. You know how it goes. In fact,
to my world, when I go to these conferences with Cookie, they're like, so when you're on the mic to do this and the sound is this and the DV, I'm like, yeah. And then you sing the song. Yeah. This
was a presentation for the Association of Audio Engineer Society. So I mean, this was for the techies, which was in any event. So he's such an engineer type. So when we're talking afterwards, I said to him, because I read he said he lived in Montana. Well, how's Montana like? And he tells me a little bit about it. He's in Whitefish. It's a cool place.
Oh, Whitefish is awesome.
He says
he's been there. Whitefish.
He's been there 30 years. Anyway, so he says the airport is in Kalispell, and he says our airport services 11 airlines, and this is the engineer type. He literally, with 4 or 5 of us around, he went through and he named every airline. He went through each airline and said, here is the cities that it's. It's just that brain, that left side brain working. In any event, so I wanted to find out how many songs there was. So I couldn't get him on a firm number. He did say at one time. He said one time towards the end of their relationship, he hasn't worked with him since 18. He says, I took a list.
Why?
He went. No, he just said it was. He just said it was on good terms. He said, I talked to him from time to time, most of his producers. He says, it's Bruce and Patty's anniversary next week. I'll text him for congratulations. And, but he's doing his own thing. And it's probably a story, but it doesn't sound like it's a real controversy.
It's always a story, John.
So he says, one time towards the end, I had done some of the archives. He says, I took him a list of unreleased recorded songs that was so long. Bruce took one look at this list and said, I can't even deal with this. It was too many.
There's probably 4 songs on each reel.
He says, how about
3 to 4 songs? Maybe, 3 to 4 on each reel. Maybe 3. 10. Let's say 3.
He said 10. With all the mixed. Yeah, but that isn't making sense when he said 8,000 reels. That would be 80,000 songs. So somewhere the math got screwed. Anyway, so he said, I went through, but he says each one is all the mixes and all the different takes, and so,
Okay.
you know, I don't know what he counts as one song. You know, whether it's 10 takes.
Well,
And
it sounds like he doesn't do first takes very often, like I do.
well, he did say, what did he say? He said Bruce and I together sat down and recorded just with the two of us. He said like 200 songs. He says we have recorded together but then I asked. He said he went through, and he said he said to Bruce, well, how about if I just go through in the ones that are in the best shape, the ones that are the most complete, and I'll put those together. He said he went through, and this is now unreleased stuff. He said he came up with like 200 to 300, and he gave it to Bruce, and that's the last he's heard of it. So, but it sounds to me like as many songs as we thought were out there, how many he had. It sounds like there is way more than that that he's written, recorded. And
it's like Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder's got hundreds of thousands of songs. Prince, hundreds of thousands of songs. Everything, you know, and that's starting to leak out. Can you show the screen one more time? Check this out, Morocco. Jeff went to NAMM, and the engineer that worked on Bruce Springsteen's Born in the USA, and this. Hey, girl, what up? Woo!
We got it, Lisa. You got to close the door.
Layla.
Let's
So
see. Let's see if I can find just another track. Let's see which one this one is.
And I'm in bed.
No, it's the same one. Okay, it's the same one.
Hurts my throat. Yeah.
Let me see if I can find another one here.
Total wow.
Let's see what this
Hi,
one is.
Lisa. What do you want? Hi, Layla.
That's a picture. Well, that's a picture. That's not a video. I thought it was a video. Yeah, it's a video. Let's see what.
Oh, yeah. Do you know about this performance with Eddie Vedder?
Which one?
In Australia in 2014.
Yeah, Eddie, that's right. Pearl Jam was on tour.
Rich.
One of the best.
Jeremy's. Do you want me to do my Eddie Vedder? Jeremy's spoken as yesterday.
One of the best single live one song performances I ever saw was in 2004 when Eddie joined the band during the Vote for Change tour at the Meadowlands and did Better Man. Oh my God, that was just.
He's gonna be a better man. I can do Cher and I can do.
Anyway, and so this ended. So this was the end of the week in which
How fun.
I was up. I woke up. I'd go to bed. 4 nights ago, I'd go to bed. I'd wake up at 12:30, jump online, trying to buy tickets for the 2023 European tour.
Oh, right.
And I was successful to get one ticket.
You got a ticket to where? Which show?
This one's in outside of Milan, the last show of but everything else I struck out on, and so now I'm, figuring out.
When is it?
Well, hopefully I can go. I mean, it's right now. He's doing 3 months. He's doing May, June, and July of 2023 in Europe.
Is Denise Tatterin a friend of yours?
Yeah.
Hello, Denise. My name is Jenna Mammina. This is 11 with Jenna. I'm here 7 days, 7 nights, 14 times a week. And Jeff Metzger is here almost every single Saturday since April of 2020.
She is a fine lawyer in Minneapolis.
Hey, what up, Minneapolis?
Still active and practicing, unlike me, who is trying to retire.
You're retiring soon, right? Like next week?
I'd like to, but they won't let me out quite yet.
Mount Etna is erupting this morning, so plan accordingly, according to Rich.
That's Sicily.
Yeah, it is. We're so cute, Denise. Denise, come be on the show. Come be on the show, Denise. Please. Never know if you need an attorney, this is an infomercial for you then. If you need to work, I don't know. Just come be on the show. We can talk about what's for breakfast. this Monday, my friend Claudia is going to be on the show, and she's going to talk about what she's eating for breakfast. She eats Twinkies and Chips Ahoy and chocolate covered peanuts and cake.
So
back to Jeff. Sorry.
So in talking to Toby, this young guy comes up to him and says, "Nice to see you again." He says, "I'm playing a gig tonight in Costa Mesa. Why don't you come?" So I said, looked at him, I said, "Where are you playing in Costa Mesa?" So he told me, he said, "I'm playing at the Salty Bear Brewing Company." I said, "I know that place. I've been there." He said, "You should come." He says, it's dog friendly." I said, "That's not a bad idea." Lisa's going out with a girlfriend. So I came home, grabbed Layla.
Yes.
We went over to over there and, sat, running around and watched a few of his tunes. Nice little player he is.
Who was he?
Jeff Livingstone. He's got a couple things on Spotify. And he played a couple of his original stuff. And then Layla and I walked around. We watched for 40 minutes. I ordered some Vietnamese food at a great little place right there. Took it home. And, that was it.
How fun.
My NAMM day.
What a great day. Was this your first time at NAMM?
No. No, I've been going probably 4 or 5 years. And, in years past, for probably the 2016 to the 2019, Bob would play a private show at D'Angelico for his guitar maker, D'Angelico Maker. And, they have little rooms where they're for the displays. And I did finagle my way into one of those one night when he and brothers played. Could have been more than 100 people. So yeah, that was the coolest part.
Yeah, there's stuff going on. That's how I get sponsorship. Peppino, who I did a gig with about a month ago, Peppino D'Agostino, he has a guitar, and he was down there. I'm seeing it all day on Facebook yesterday. Look who's here. Look who I'm with. I'm photographed with this. I'm sponsored by this drum company and this. Yeah. And I think Mike Wolf might even be there right now. What?
There's a lot of people playing. The convention center is where all the stuff happens during the day, and then outside the convention center, you walk out just a little distance, and there's there's this open area that is surrounded by the high-rise hotels, and they put the grand stage in the middle of the open area. And then each hotel, which is just right next door, has their own stages going on. So they play until midnight each night, different acts that are going all the time. And there was a gospel group that was sound checking yesterday afternoon. It was very cool. So I watched a little bit of that.
There's something you would really dig that Rolf and I do. It's called the Folk Alliance Festival. And
I know. A lot of friends
happens every 2 years. Every 2 years, the international one, and it'll be in Canada one year, and then it's in New Orleans. This year it was in Kansas City, and every room on about 4 levels of the hotel, every room is a different venue.
I thought it was always in Kansas City.
No, just this year. In fact, that was supposed to be 2 years ago. And
Dave Marsh is a big supporter of that.
It's so cool. They have music during the day, and there's big showcases downstairs on the conference level from about, 2 to 7. And then from 10 to 3 to 4 o'clock, because the last showcase is at 3:30, 10 to 4 a.m. In every single room, there are showcases, and every half an hour it's a different artist, unless you have a room and then you play every other hour.
What time?
What?
When is it?
It's in January usually, but it was in May this year. Everything was in May. May was a big month for catching up with conferences. So it's usually in January because we do the Jazz Educators Network, then we do Jazz Connect, then we do Winter Jazz, and then we do Folk Alliance. We do 4 conferences, and by the end of January, I'm talking to a book and it talks to me. I'm like, hello, book. How are you? My name's Jenna Mammina. Nice to meet you. Or I just talk to random everybody.
I've heard
it's a nonstop music event from morning until morning. And you'll see acoustic players, and Michael Doucet and Rolf and I were going to do something this year, but we ended up not going because we did jazz at Lincoln Center instead. Which I think is going to happen again because I saw one of the presenters for Jazz at Lincoln Center last night at SF Jazz. I ended up going to the gala at SF Jazz last night.
Oh, that's why you're in the city. Okay.
Yeah. Total last minute. Do you want to go? And I was like masked and, the whole bit. But saw my friend Marshall Lamb, saw Terrence Blanchard, Tuck and Patty, got to hang with my peeps. It was cool. It was really cool.
Well, Tuck and Patty were there.
They were there. They're always guests. They're honored guests. And it was the first thing she had been out at. So we kind of were hovering over it. We had our own little corner. And Tank and the Bangas were there, or Bangas, and Jesus Diaz. And then they honored Wynton Marsalis in the night. So Jazz Sawyer and Terrence Blanchard and, just layer upon layer of royalty.
Was it just speeches or was they play music?
They play music. They did that earlier. They did this gala and they have food and drinks and desserts and more food and more drinks and everything is just at the highest level. And then the after party was Jesus Diaz and his band, and then Tank and the Bangas were in the big room, minor auditorium.
Cool.
Groovy.
That's why. Okay.
That's why I'm here. Tank from New Orleans. Yeah, it was fun. It was that, after a little while of that, I was like, let's go back out. And there was just a hang in the main lobby area, which was really, really, really fun. Lots of people that I haven't seen in a very long time. And, lots of elbow bumping and photos and all that stuff. So what are you doing today? What's happening? That's a cool painting behind you.
Haven't I ever showed that one before?
No.
So what do you want to talk about first? My day or the painting?
Your day.
The highlights of my day, I'm going to go see some live dub music for a little bit this afternoon. And then we're going out to dinner tonight with Joey and Allie. That's the highlights of the day.
What was last night's dinner? You had Vietnamese.
I had their vermicelli salad with Jadori chicken.
So are you not New Zealanding these days?
No, I didn't get it this week because Lisa was out with a friend. I knew that, and I knew we were going out to dinner tonight, so I passed this week.
Okay.
So no.
Where are you going to dinner tonight?
We're going to Joey and Allie's favorite place. They're regular. It's called Arc.
Arc. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just came over me. And anything else happening? Are you going to walk Layla?
Well, probably between music and going to dinner, I will take her to the Greenbelt. That is her daily run, where she can see her friends.
Oh, she's so
Ed,
social.
And Chief, and Benson, and Suki.
Hi, Mark Berman. Do you know the names of the parents of these dogs?
Mostly, yes. There's a couple
really impressive.
Mostly, yes. Mostly, a couple of times we just have neglected to do the introduction.
Do you guys drink cocktails?
Only on a rare occurrence. I think one person brings a glass of wine, a cup mug on Fridays, but I figure there's enough hours in the day to drink wine that I can wait until after I'm done.
I've been to a couple of dog parks where they kind of it's their thing.
I think the Newport one, I noticed when I've been there on Fridays, there's some group there brings wine on Fridays.
Cambria's like that too. It's kind of a party. They're like, here, have a glass of wine. I'm like, okay, it's 3 PM and I'm walking my dog, but cool. It's Cambria. So, okay, painting, because is that you?
No. This
that
might be
your
a
father?
Let's just see what we come up with here.
Nice. It's a self-portrait of the painter?
It is. It is, actually.
Wow.
This was our first
Wow.
foray into buying art. We got this in New York in the late 90s. I'm getting some.
It's okay. You get the reflection, but if you...
I know, let me see it a different way. Anyway, we're at a gallery in Soho. And it was one of those, we both looked at each other and said, oh my God, that's cool.
It's really cool.
So this is, I mean, 25 years ago, that was the artist. It was he was actually Rembrandt-ish. That was his study. You know, you can see the detail. You can see the detail. Any event, there's a story. So anyway, and the painting he was actually painting was in the same collection of.
Whoa! Oh, the painting he was painting right there is in the collection that.
It was also in the what do you call it? The collection isn't the right word when he puts on a show. It was in the same show.
What's the word?
So we have this beautiful painting. We have it in our house for many years. We go to move to Kodo. We moved to Newport 10 years ago.
Yeah.
We box the thing up. We
I knew there was a story here.
We leave it in the box too long, and it gets hot, and it starts to have defects in which the varnish starts to. There was a white film came over the painting, and the varnish started to erode. So we said, what do we do? Well, the first thing to do was to try to find.
Were you that calm when you said that? What do we do?
I don't know. So we try to find the artist, and by some fluke, Lisa comes up with knowing his name and comes up with his mother's phone number, a name with her, and calls her, and she gives the message to this guy, who then has some stuff in California, and his next trip he'll come out and take a look at the painting. So what he does is he comes out and he does a lot of work on it, quotes us the thing, and I get, through my expertise, I get State Farm, because we have this insured on a rider, get them to pay for his work to repair the painting. And the funny part is, he looked at it again. Now this is 15 years at least after he made it. He looked at it and said, let me make a couple little, let me spruce it up a little bit. So for example, I think he extended the pen.
He made his arms more defined, kind of thing?
No, but a couple little things he just spruced up. I forgot. Lisa would know what all this was.
What a cool story.
So wait, but that isn't the end of the story, because the varnish didn't hold.
I was going to say.
And so now, I don't know if you can see it, but the varnish has come off on certain spots, and now it needs probably an art restorer.
Not him.
Actually come, and because the varnish wouldn't hold. The varnish that he did to repair it wouldn't hold. So we need some expert restorer to come out, and actually it's not, you have to in the right light you can see where the varnish is gone. But
seems pretty cool to me, but
yeah, it's not a serious thing, but it should be repaired. Any event.
What a great story.
That's the story.
And does he still sort of look
like
at that?
Oh yeah, you can. I got to remember his name. Let's see. I've got a book of his here somewhere. I've got a book of his work.
So had I gotten in an Uber the other day, here's the guy. I would have talked about it.
Here.
But next time I'm in LA, we'll make it happen.
Christopher Pugliese. He's the artist from New York, and he's got a pretty good reputation. I mean,
I wonder if he's the same guy that I know. That, you know what? I'm friends with him on Facebook. I totally know this guy. I've met him.
Oh, come on.
I swear to God.
Did you meet him? Huh?
Because when I first saw the painting, I said, he reminds me of that guy, but I couldn't think of his name, and he's a Rembrandt-esque painter. No, I've met him. On my call.
So I think the year the reason he repaired it was, I think that year he was coming out his annual foray to Burning Man. So he was in the West.
Where did I meet him? I think I met him on the West Coast.
You think you're Facebook friends?
Yeah, we're totally Facebook friends.
Wait a minute. This is subject to being audited here.
Carol is mixed on varnish. She prefers not to do it. I might be his fan. I might follow him.
I didn't know he was on.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was on
social media. It might be on Instagram, but I totally follow him because I've met him.
Make more sense.
I've met him. And he just recently did another self-portrait of himself.
I haven't checked.
Hey, it's early. I'm still in bed in San Francisco at the Battery.
He's very talented.
Oh, he's really super talented.
Anyway, that's the painting story.
So Carol prefers not to do varnish. Interesting.
Does that mean I shouldn't try to have the varnish repaired? Because it's got varnish on it now. It just needs to be.
Did you see what Rich said? He thought it was Bruce in the white t-shirt holding a pallet of paint.
Layla, come here. Come up.
Layla.
Come on. Up. Hey, here she is.
Layla, girl.
What are we doing?
Hi, girl.
Somebody's ready for BREAKFAST.
Hi. She's a little fox.
So here's the latest. Here's Lisa's latest. Oh, she's ready. She's ready here, man.
Jim Korn was varnished.
Layla, come here.
Night.
So here's the latest we're working on.
Oh, good. We have those.
That says food. So we're trying to get her to learn how to, when she wants food, it takes a lot of work, that she can come over and know and bat it to say she wants food. You want food? Maybe you do it. Anyway, we're still in the learning process of that one.
Lillian has a bell to go outside that she goes up and taps.
And she knows it?
We have two of the buttons. That woman is so cool that created that.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
She's a speech pathologist and figured out her dog goes up and goes out now. Now, right. Food.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I'm so glad that you had such a cool experience yesterday.
It was fun. Wasn't there very long, but it's quality, not quantity.
There's so much. There's just you can go to NAMM. Yeah, there's just. So
and
much.
That's not my thing. I go to listen to music. I don't care about guitars. It's stuff. I don't know one from the other. So it's massive. It is hard to describe. Layla, come. It's hard to describe. Come on. It's hard to describe just how big and how many exhibits are going on.
Layla, look at all that muscle tone. Yeah, Lillian was like that when she was that age. Totally ripped.
Layla, are you ripped? Yeah, you are ripped.
She's ripped.
She's chasing her tail because it's time for.
All right, go to breakfast.
For breakfast. Layla, you want breakfast? You want breakfast? Huh? That's it? You want breakfast?
Carol said, a restorer will likely have to remove the varnish and either apply again, but it's a bit of work.
Yes. And that was done when he did it the first time. So it's been stripped once before. So we're not having anybody touch it again unless we are satisfied.
I think it looks fine the way it is. It's kind of part of the story, the charm, no?
Could be.
Are you doing Dead and Company next Monday?
Yeah. Next Saturday in LA and then Monday, Tuesday in Shoreline with special guest Jenna Mammina on one of those nights. Okay.
All right.
Discuss that on next Saturday, but I'll talk to you
next Saturday.
Okay.
Metzger, everybody. Ooh, ooh,
yeah.
ooh, ooh, ooh. 11:11 with Jenna and Jeff. 11:11 with Jenna and Jeff. 11:11 with Jenna. Jeff Metzger in San Francisco, live from the Battery. I'm going to go do some yoga and then go for a walk and go to the farmer's market and get on BART and go see my girl Naomi True. Everybody have a beautiful day. I just say have a beautiful day. Stay safe, stay healthy, be real nice. From your thoughts, make them daring thoughts. From your words, make them dear. And from your heart, make them deep, deep down. I said deep, deep down. Oh, deep, deep down in your heart. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Love hard. Really, really hard. Tonight, I don't know. Probably home. See ya.